I also do a lot of reading and stuff. And so I am a researcher. So I research and stuff. And also I was a history major. So I also dig deep into things and try to figure out why we've got a very unusual city. We have the police and the fire. They have their civil service commissions, and they're hired and fired. Now, it used to be all patronage. So in 1825 or something, all the jobs, you got elected and then you hired your friends and stuff. And so it was all patronage. So one of the reasons why you wanted to be a United States Senator, back then, not now, is that you could get all your family and all your friends jobs. So civil service was something that first started like in New York City, and Theodore Roosevelt is known for it. So we became a state during the populist, progressive era. And in the first years before 1930, every time there would be changes to the city council, the fire department and the police department, everyone would change. So they politicked and they put together a charter. It was first the fire department. And one of the things I wondered, in all my years, it hasn't had as many issues as the police department. And we haven't had the problems that the big cities have had. But I thought it was interesting that the fire department did it first before the police department. And they put in so that you get tested, and all the promotions and becoming one is all done by testing and stuff, and they have due process rights. Now, all city employees now have due process rights. We don't talk about them as due process rights, but back in the 1900s, we didn't even talk about due process, and the cases that have created due process and all the civil rights and stuff hadn't happened yet. Okay. By reading old newspapers and reading through like the histories of police and fire in Enid, I figured out why. One of the things is that back then, they actually lived at the fire station all the time. It was a small group of guys, it was all guys, and they lived in a station. And now they could take vacations, and some of them had family, but their job was to be there all the time. And, it was a small town, but, it was horse-driven and stuff, and you can imagine how disruptive it would be if you've got your whole life set up and you're going to be a firefighter and you're doing this job all the time, and then you're going on Sundays to eat dinner with your children, and then a new mayor is hired, is elected, and he decides all of them are gone. And then they have to wait another 2 years, and then they come back. So that was more disruptive for the fire department than the police department. But I think it was 8 years later, the police department did the same thing. One of the things that does is that the mayor and board of commissioners appoint the civil service commissioners, but the civil service commissioners, they don't run the two departments, but they can hire, fire, and discipline. So that is unusual. Most city managers are in charge of everything, and it all reports to them. But ours is a bifurcated system.
And it's part of the charter, correct?
Yes. In like 1947 or 48, I may be getting the date wrong, it was after World War II, they put in the Part D of the charter, and it was the city manager chart. And when they first put it in, every single appointment, okay, so we've got the arts committee, and we've got like a library board, and we got a park board, and all of them were appointed by the city manager.
At that time?
Yes. And in 1955, they decided, we're going to appoint the people. All the employees, except for the police and fire, but we also want to appoint, the library board, the park board, and so that was changed. At the same time that changed, they put in that the city attorney would be a hire of the mayor and board of commissioners.